Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be going over 5 secret areas in slap battles that you may not have known about yet. These areas can give crazy gloves for the game, so I would highly recommend finding these. By the way, for any revisiting viewers, I'm not leaving blocks fruits. I will just post a few videos in between on other games to see what works. Without any more introduction, let's get right into the video. The first area I want to talk about is the newest or one of the newest updates to the game, Guide's Dungeon. Follow me for the portal's location in the Hitman's Room. This area isn't really as much of a secret, but it still is one of my favorite areas to visit from time to time. The graphics and the setup of the whole thing make it look very cool, and the boss fight was very well made. The gloves you can get here definitely don't disappoint either, as it feels really good once you beat Guide. The option at the end to either kill or save him too is a good addition to the area. Overall, I think that there are 3 gloves you can get from this area. You can get Hunter from defeating Guide, Reload from saving him, and Avatar from completing the fight in Hard Mode. Hard Mode is when you fight the boss with only 3 hearts and no regeneration. That's about all I need to say with the dungeon, so let's move on to the next one. The next area I would like to talk about is the Uno Reverse Incident Zone. To get here, you and another person must repeatedly slap each other in the invincible mode until you both go flying as usual, but then your screen goes white and you will be TP'd there. In this area you can either complete parkour, complete a quiz from the NPC in the middle, or do another puzzle, with each of the tasks giving you a glove. After the lightning strike on the parkour, it becomes timed and you do have to make it back, so I would hurry. And on the trivia, the answers are very random, so I would recommend looking for a full guide on just that. I really like the design of this area too, as it makes the island look rare in a way, but that was probably what they intended. Anyways, let's get right into the next area, which you don't even need a glove to access. To get this next island, you first must find a keypad hidden around the normal arena. This will either be on the big tree of Slapple Island or on the tree on Moat Island. The correct code is the number of players in the server time 25 plus 1100 and minus 7. It sounds complicated, but now that you know, it's not too hard to calculate with a calculator. This will send you to a maze area that contains 2 gloves, Elude and Counter. To get eluded, you need to find 4 parts in the maze without being found by the entity inside of it. Once you get all 4, you will be sent to a room with a big glove in the middle. Just touch it and you should be teleported back to the main island with Elude. To get Counter, you just have a rare chance of finding it in one of its many spawn locations. Although this area is a lot darker and harder to see through, I still really like the design of it. So now let's get into the 4th area, that is probably still the area I have been to the least. The next area on the list is the Null Zone, and to activate the portal to get here you will need 3 people besides you. 1 needs to have Rob and 1 needs to have Bob, while the other doesn't need anything. The third person must equip default or the portal will not work on you too. Have the Bob get sent to the Rob and have the Rob activate its ability, and if they collide, it should activate the portal into the Null Zone. You and the other default need to run into the portal to get sent to the zone, and from there you will need to fight goblins that spawn around the dungeon and do small cases of parkour to survive and get to the Rob plush. Once you get to it, buy the plush for 0 Robux and then go back to the main island and you should have the Null Glove. I originally hadn't, though the design was all that good in the first room, but once you get to the open areas it looks way cooler. Now let's get into the last area, my personal favorite. The last area I want to mention is the Eternal Bob Dimension, and it is my favorite because of the massive boss fight and all of its crazy twists. I also love the fact that you have to solo the last bit of the challenge to get the Rob Glove. So anyways, to get to this area is probably the hardest part and definitely harder than any of the others. You will need someone with Bob, someone with Kill Streak, someone with Reaper, someone with Tycoon, and someone with God's Hand. The Kill Streak and Reaper need to get kills until Kill Streak gets to 10 and Reaper gets wings. The Tycoon needs to get to 500 and then you can start the process. The Bob needs to be cast at them and then they will be sent into the chamber with Eternal Bob. By the way, the person with Bob cannot participate in the quest or get the glove. I won't go into the boss fight much as that is probably a video on its own, so let's get into the outro. So those were my 5 favorite hidden dime Zions in the game so far, and I really like where Slap Battles is heading with their new updates. The more chaotic the game gets, the funnier it is to play. So if you guys want me to make more video on Slap Battles, make sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to help the channel out. That's all for today's video. Bye guys.